boys, girls, friends, enemies, those undecided. What a difference a few days makes. Very, very little wind. I have noticed with this particular screen that I do get a lot of wind noise around the helmet. So I shall be looking to change it, but I don't know for what. The touring screen looks a little bit too big, and I'm not convinced that'll do the job. And the Mark II original with a little lip on, I know it's a really good screen, but I was riding before I was vlogging, so I don't actually know. I can't remember. I had a very expensive helmet, and you never got any wind noise in that thing. So I can't remember whether it was any good or not. Silly, isn't it? I mean, it was 20 years ago, so bear with me. Now I live on S3, Blackwater, and I thought today I'd come for a ride over the other side. I haven't been here for a number of years, probably because I know it so well and it can be a bit boring, but I thought go for a ride. Now this morning I was watching a video. This may bore you a bit, but it was the Colchester Town Council discussing electric vehicles, and the head speakers come up and voice their opinion. And just for once I heard a couple of speakers talking a lot of common sense about the way we are raping the earth, causing slavery and destroying all sorts of natural resources to build these batteries for these EVs. And the other consideration I hadn't taken into account, worldwide there's been some pretty horrific and extremely dangerous fires, from mopeds to cars. There was one where they dragged it into a hole, surrounded it with some bags and filled the hole with water to let it burn for days because they just couldn't put it out. But there are also buses and commercial vehicles burning out. Imagine that, bus full of people, and it suddenly starts frying them. And there were so many logical arguments. Now, I've never been a fan of EVs because in the early days I saw the massive amount of child labour that was being used to dig out some of the raw materials and some of the mines that they've dug. Horrendous. So combine that with the fires. Why are we not looking at hydrogen? There seems to be a fad, like with the iPhone. Yeah, I got one. Shut up. Yeah. But there seems to be a fad, along with getting bejazzled, for having an electric vehicle, so that yummy mummy in the suburbs can be all pretentious. But I don't know, I just think they're not going to last long, and we're going to have people trying to sell the bloody things and passing on problems. Unfriendly biker. He could have well, it was a bit of a mishmash junction, but never mind. What are your feelings on EVs? Now I know we're digging the same materials out of the ground for laptops and mobile phones. But let's look at a matter of scale. Yeah, we cannot, I don't think, run phones on hydrogen. I'm not sure we can run laptops on hydrogen, although in my defence, my laptop is mainly running off the mains. Oh, isn't that a beautiful scene? I love this little hillock, pimple, whatever you want to call it. Popular road today. I've never seen this. Well, obviously another rat run has evolved. I've never seen it this busy here before. Yeah, my laptop and my desktop mainly run on mains. I'm just not. I had a lot of problems with my first laptop, and it seemed to eat batteries, and they're expensive. So this time I just didn't bother. But I'm not trying to be sanctimonious here, because, you know, I got a mobile phone with a battery in. But it's scale. The amount of batteries that are produced for phones, and I'm sure the battery technology is changing, and it will change and it will continue to evolve, and perhaps we won't need a lot of these materials. But EV cars, I don't think will evolve. I think we are goosed. Bit of wind there. Don't know where that come from. On just insert the fact that it was frost this morning and it's only about 5 degrees, so I'm feeling the chill very slightly. I will insert a link to this discussion. Now obviously it's going to rage a debate. For millions of people, and it's not a debate that's going to go away quickly, but I'm interested. I just listened to this short video, and to me it was just nice to hear somebody saying a lot of things I've been thinking. Now I go back on, if you work out, my son-in-law has got a 23-year-old BMW and he repairs it. It costs him next to nothing. His repairs are minimal each year. Oh, where did this lot come from? The rivers of Babylon down here. Over considering how much I can't be arsed going in front of him. I'm not in a hurry today. Considering how much it costs to build a new car. New cars, like iPhones, like jewellery, like hairstyles, the manufacturers are selling for greed, for their profit. If we all stop buying brand new bloody cars and run old cars, or old motorbikes, a lot of cars go into the second-hand market with virtually no mileage on them. And they've probably got, the modern car has probably got somewhere in the region of easily 200,000 miles. If we all kept our cars for 200,000 miles and just looked after them and cut down the emissions produced manufacturing new ones. I don't know, I'm not trying to save the planet. It's a bit late for me. I've done all my polluty bits. Didn't know any better when I was doing it. Like smoking, I used to smoke like a chimney. I joined the army and I had a lot of problems with my asthma, and I had to go and see the medic because obviously it was affecting my performance. So went to see said medic, and his advice was start smoking. It forces you to inhale deeper and exhale deeper. It will do you the world of good, and that is the truth. I started smoking. Now some 10 years ago I gave up. A bit late in life, but you know, never too late to get an extra half hour on your life, is it? Excuse me. Try and stay this side of the white lines. It's cold that affects my asthma. So about 10, I think it was about 12 years ago I gave up. And just after COVID, sitting at home bored witless, had a friend round, offered me a cigarette. I started again. Thoroughly enjoyed it, only for a few months. Then I gave up again. But I still can't get out of the habit of saying I need to stop for a fag break. Instead I'll suck a mint. Life is odd, isn't it? We're in that part of Malden district where those sneaky little councilmen in their white van have their speed traps, so it really is not worth. But they've taken away that freedom of choice, haven't they? I mean, if you happen to be doing 31, 32, do it. Now everybody's terrified and doing 28 city vans. Stay there. Anyway, that was my moan and groan for the day, I suppose. If I see anything interesting on the rest of the trip, I'll sort of clip it on to the end. But we might as well go through the famous Burnham Bends. They're well signposted now, but going back a few years, these bends were horrendous. They've even smoothened some of them out. Famous for a lot of accidents. The bikers down from London and over from Southend, and they come and use this road. I can't blame them. On a quiet day, it is a glorious road to get some speed up. Done it myself. This set of bends, you can get some speed up. And if you want a knuckle drag or knee drag or whatever is your preference, then by all means do it. Unfortunately, some of the less experienced riders are going out with some of the more experienced riders and coming to grief. There have over the years been quite a number of deaths and very serious injuries on this road. I'll have to come over when it's a nice quiet day one day and give it some beans again. Days of my youth. I used to have a lovely Triumph Bonneville T140 and she used to love these bends. I think this was the first road I bent the foot pegs on going round bends. So grinding the end away and easing their shape upwards. My, it is busy with traffic today. I suspect a lot of that is the developments. So many more houses going in. All those bungalows, they weren't there that long ago. You just seem to see housing estates popping up everywhere. It wound in a bit close, those cars. But if you've followed this long, you can see why these bends are so popular with the bikey community. Again, can't be bothered to filter to the front. I'm enjoying a nice trundle. I'm going to say goodbye. Au revoir. Remember to smile, be happy, buy chocolate biscuits, drink tea, and I will see you, or talk at you, if you're willing to listen, shortly. But for now, bye.